Hello and welcome to New Mexico Rising. You know, each and every week I try to bring experts from across the country to talk about things you could do right here in New Mexico. On this week's show, is your high schooler ready for the real world? Well, we'll talk to an expert about suggestions to make it easier for them. And a little later, we got Chip Wade from HGTV giving us ways to upgrade our home for this upcoming winter. And are you a busy mom? Are you feeling it? Well, Colleen Burns is here to talk about ways to make life a little easier. All that and more, all right here on New Mexico Rising. You know, whether your teenager is planning for college or getting a job right out of high school, figuring out a career path to match their interests and passions can be a little daunting. For many teens, it's like looking for a buried treasure without a map. And students as early as middle school are asking for help. Studies show they want to build skills and prepare for new jobs now. And joining us live with hands-on advice for parents is Dr. Lorna Bryant, the Director of Career Education for Pearson's Connections Academy. Welcome to the show, Dr. Bryant. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so what is the data telling you about teenagers today and their career planning compared to when, like, we were in high school, I guess?
Well, the data shows that young people are very aware that businesses and industry are looking for talent earlier to fill the job openings that they have. They're also very aware of the options that are available to them because of social media, technology, and so on. What they need is a little bit of more guidance around which of those options are best for them. And so that's why, career readiness programs are really gaining momentum and becoming so important in high schools across the country.
So how can, parents help their children connect their hobbies and interests to, more career options? And what type of guidance is available for that support?
Well, sure. Well, the first thing I always would suggest to a parent is don't wait till your child is a senior to start having this conversation with them. Start talking about their options when they're in middle school, freshmen in high school. And then I ask my children 3 questions. Number one, what do you like to do, right? What could you see yourself doing for 8 or more hours a day? Do you like working with your hands? Do you like helping people? Think outside the box a little bit. Maybe you want to be in the medical or the healthcare field. You don't love biology. But you love computers. And there are so many IT jobs within the healthcare field, for instance. And then I say, let's look at what research we can do to figure out what jobs align with what you're interested in doing. So at Connections Academy, students can explore pathways in business, IT, health. We have a partnership with Home Depot so that they can explore the skilled trades and see if that's of interest to them. Make sure they participate in job fairs or career fairs so that they can learn about the world of opportunities available to them. And then I also ask them, think about where you want to live, right? Is the job that you're looking for in a place that you would like to actually make your life? And can you earn the kind of living that will support the kind of lifestyle that you want?
And studies are showing that there are power skills employees look for in their employees. What are they and how can we teach students some of those skills?
So, Pearson conducted research and they found that most recruiters, hiring managers, businesses are really looking for people with what we're calling durable skills. We used to refer to them as soft skills. These are things like communication and leadership and teamwork and creative problem solving. And the good news is, most teens are demonstrating that already. Maybe they're in a team, on a sports team, in the band. Maybe they volunteer, they have a part-time job. So as parents, really encourage them to participate in these things, practice those skills, and then promote them because they're incredibly valuable in college applications or resumes.
In helping teens, how can we help them decide whether to pursue a 4-year college degree or something else?
Well, make sure that you communicate to them that nothing is off the table, right? No door is closed to them. This is no longer an either-or situation where either you're going to go to a 4-year college or you're going to enter the workforce. There are so many ways for teens to explore the things that are interesting to them. They can take a college credit in high school. They can earn an industry certificate, participate in a mentorship, an internship, an apprenticeship, so that they can really understand all that is available to them and start to make that decision earlier so they don't feel quite the anxiety that they might feel about having to make it right before they graduate high school.
So how are employers responding to Gen Z's career aspirations or nowadays?
Yeah, well, employers realize that they have to reach out and reach this early talent earlier. And they're starting to make, efforts to provide training opportunities that lead to employment, incentives like, paying for students to go to college if that's what they decide to do. Where there's a little bit of a misalignment is, Gen Z really favors connection, and they look for real world, authentic experiences like apprenticeships, mentorships, internships. And really, not a lot of businesses are doing a lot of that. So there's an opportunity for them to provide more of those programs and opportunities as a pretty powerful, recruitment and retention tool.
Dr. Bryant, thanks for joining me this morning. Where can we go for more information about any of this?
You can find us at connectionsacademy.com.
Fall is here, and that means time to refresh, update, and upgrade our homes. There's no one better to help us achieve all that we aspire in terms of home improvement, and that is help from Mr. Chip Wade from HGTV. Welcome to the show, Chip. How are you, buddy?
I'm good, Dan. Thanks for having me.
All right, Chip, where should we start when it comes to, our fall to-do list and maybe even wrap up some of the summer projects that we're still working on?
Well, I wanted to share some stuff that I'm going to be working on this weekend as well. We're going to start out in the garage. Fall brings in all the cold weather. Cold temperatures can actually shorten your vehicle battery's lifespan. That's right. So to prolong your battery life and to save a little bit of cash, I recommend investing in a battery maintainer or a trickle charger. I keep one out in the garage all the time to make sure those temperatures that plummet don't bring your battery down and cause you to have to replace it prematurely. Now, also with your cars, now's a great time to change your cabin air filter and even your engine air filter, like these from Napa. Napa's got a great assortment of all of these items. You can check them out at Napa Auto Parts that you have locally, or even NapaOnline.com. Now, I know you were saying you were got some honeydew projects or just some DIY projects this coming up this fall.
All the above.
I do as well, and you might be in the market for putting some spray texture like, knockdown or orange peel, even a popcorn texture on some of your walls or ceilings. Now, historically, that's been a really messy, kind of undesirable project, honestly. But now DAP is revolutionizing it for us with the DAP 2-in-1 wall and ceiling spray texture. That's right. All the different textures, but they got a new innovative feature. This is what's changing the game. This 60-degree nozzle right here is actually patent pending, adjustable, and it allows you to do repairs on vertical, overhead, and even hard to reach areas. No other spray texture allows you to do this, and it's going to make the process so much easier. Again, this stuff is also fast drying, going to give you pro results. You can find out more at DAP.com.
All right, what about something that increases the efficiency of our homes?
Sure. Well, we always talk about insulation this time of year, and that's because still up to 90% of our homes are under insulated. What that basically means is we're just paying more to keep our homes comfortable. But we're also want to save on potentially some tax credits as well. And right now, up to $1,200 in those tax credits from the Inflation Reduction Act that's going on right now. And you can do that with insulation from Owens Corning. This is called the Pink Next Gen fiberglass insulation. So this isn't the old stuff that's prickly and sticky. It's soft as cotton, and you can handle it all day long without any discomfort. It installs into your wall cavities just seamlessly. Available at Lowe's or Lowe's.com. But make sure to check out more about that tax credit at OwensCorning.com. We can save some cash this holiday. It never hurts, right?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Last up, are you a football fan?
No, but tell me about it. I got a lot of friends that are, and I like bringing them the tips when they're like, "Hey, Dan, where'd you hear about this?" I'm like, "I don't know. You should watch my show."
Well, Dan, you're going to become popular if you can get into this mix. Lowe's has actually come to the table for all the NFL fans out there, and there's a ton of us out there. NFL licensed Valspar paint, which this means all 32 teams, they have the licensed colors for the teams that you can get to upgrade your game day experience. They also have interior home decor like chairs and blankets and cups and coasters and side tables to make the whole experience really all-encompassing. You are going to be the king or the queen of game day around the house. Now, with their home team partnership, Lowe's has partnered with players like Dak Prescott and so many other super popular players to just make this a super fun experience. You can find out more at Lowes.com/home team.
That's actually really cool, man. Especially for some of those players like dens that people have. They're painting the room to be like their favorite team and stuff like that. So, hey, perfect colors. There you go. Do you have any other tips for us, or where can we go for more information?
I've got all this up for you, Dan, on my blog at wadeworkscreative.com. So anybody watching can check that out. Click the link at the top. All these products and more to get you ready for the fall.
Chip Wade, thanks for hanging out with me once again, my friend. You know, our next guest is both a best-selling author and a beacon of preventative medicine. You know, in a world where medicine often just treats the symptom, she treats the whole person. Celebrating National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, she's here to shed a little light on functional medicine, cutting-edge cancer research, and give us a glimpse into her new, vibrant book, Glow. Elevating healthcare and our bookshelves, please give a warm welcome to Dr. Stacie J. Stephenson.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here. Happy to lend my voice to breast cancer awareness.
What is functional medicine, and how can it support breast cancer patients?
Well, remember, functional medicine combines the best of all worlds in medicine, from wisdom medicine, diet, nutrition, fitness, acupuncture, mind-body medicine, inclusive of your chemotherapy, your radiation, and your surgeries. So functional medicine simply means good medicine. I sometimes call it also wisdom medicine, combining all the empowerments that are available in the grand world of healthcare into that opportunity to fight the dreaded disease, cancer.
You're also a cancer advocate. Share some of the innovative clinical research that is actually being done today.
Well, one example is our vitamin C trials. We know now that by pre-dosing intravenous, fairly substantial doses of vitamin C pre-chemotherapy, we can improve a person's response to the chemotherapy, and also we can reduce the negative side effects from chemotherapy. Because remember, one of the tough parts about all cancer therapies is it often feels like the cure is almost worse than the disease. So one of our big focuses on my behalf in my personal practice, and also in the Gateway for Cancer Research, is to improve the quality of life for all cancer. This month, of course, we're shedding the light on breast cancer, improvement of quality of life. Vitamin C being a critical part of that answer. We've known about it for a very long time in functional medicine, but we've done more and more research in recent years, and we are one of the few organizations that support integrative clinical cancer research in addition to traditional clinical cancer research, and we're very proud of that.
And can you tell us about the inspiration behind your new book, Glow, 90 Days to Create Your Vibrant Life from Within?
Glow is about supporting your emotional wellness, your emotional fitness, your mental health. It gives you a daily routine to do a little bit of meditation, mantras, and inner work in the morning and a little bit in the evening, giving you that time to yourself. And here's what we know. This is critical for your immune system, whatever you're working on. But for this month, we're shining the light and flowing and glowing on breast cancer achievement and being victorious against breast cancer. You can enhance your immune system surveillance against that cancer, improve your response to therapies and treatment by adding in meditation and spiritual mind-body care. And Glow will help you do that, giving you a step-by-step daily routine to walk you through, hold your hand over a 90-day period, and that will help you really create something that you'll have for your lifetime.
So how can our viewers support breast cancer research? And is it beneficial to buy the things that are in the pink boxes?
The pink boxes. I think it depends. Of course, it's always beneficial. If there's a donation being made to breast cancer research, please do it. My heart lives with the Gateway for Cancer Research, which is gatewaycr.org. Every dollar that you donate to gatewaycr.org goes directly to a human being suffering, makes me cry a little bit, right now from cancer. So your dollar will go directly to support them in clinical cancer trials that are going on right now. Simultaneously, we have over 60 going on all over the country because cancer is the enemy. We fund what needs to be funded. We fund traditional and integrative cancer care therapies. So every dollar you give will go directly to them, and that's gatewaycr.org. and buy Glow, and the proceeds will go to them too.
All right, Doctor, where can we go for more information once again, and how do we get your book?
My book, you could go to drstaciestephenson.com, and that's all you have to do. You'll find it, your traditional booksellers, Amazon, everybody, it'll be anywhere. Google my name, you will find it. You can probably also find it by going to Gateway. You might find your way there as well, but drstaciestephenson.com.
Thank you, my friend, for joining me this morning.
Thanks so much. Take care.
You know, this is a crazy time of year when families really just get overwhelmed. So here to help is Colleen Burns, one of the top parenting experts in the nation, with survival tips for busy moms. Colleen is a former news producer, mother of 6, founder of the Mom on the Run blog, and co-author of the best-selling book, Momarchy: Why Moms Rule the World. Welcome to the show, Colleen. How are you?
Great, and it's great to be here. Thanks, Stan.
Okay, so why do you think moms need a little more help this time of year?
Well, I like to say it's that time of year when moms could use a snack and a nap because it's so busy with school, with activities, with the holidays right around the corner. I wrote about this in my Momarchy book, and moms often ask me, are there some easy tips that really work this time of year?
What is something that is important for busy families?
Well, you know, it's really important to make sure your body, your kids' bodies are properly fueled for the day, of course. That's number one. And because we're so busy, you're looking for convenient nutrition. You've heard of Dave's Killer Bread. It's the #1 organic bread. And now Dave's has these organic snack bars. I love this idea because they're a wholesome grab-and-go breakfast. They're great for lunch boxes, great for after-school snack time. They come in 3 great flavors. I love the trail mix crumble. You know, you've got the organic whole grains, fiber, nutrition you expect from Dave's. Non-GMO, USDA certified organic. No artificial ingredients, preservatives, colors, or flavors. So none of the bad stuff, all of the good stuff. And so it's just a great hack to make sure you're staying fueled through the day.
Do you have any suggestions for creating easy and delicious meals?
I like easy, I like delicious, like all moms. I also like being smart and making smart choices. So that means reading the labels and looking for those products that give back. And so Newman's Own is one of my favorite brands because the quality of their food and beverages is so good and it tastes wonderful, but they also give back 100% of their profits to help kids. So you can really feel good about buying these products. And they've reformulated their pasta sauces to make them even better. 8 new sauces with ingredients you can actually recognize on the label. I love that. Makes it super easy for a busy mom to make home-cooked meals, like a cheesy baked ziti using their marinara sauce. They also have a roasted garlic sauce and something they call saccaroni, which has a signature mix of spices that's supposed to knock your socks off. So that's pretty easy to get your kids to eat something like that.
And what are some of the essentials for parents as the weather starts to change?
This is a great time of year to make sure that your kids' outerwear, your jackets, whatever, are fitting properly. They might have been in storage for a while, and also to make sure their feet are ready for the weather. And so whether it's rain, I don't think you get a lot of snow in Albuquerque, but you might be traveling, making sure that footwear fits and is ready for the weather. I partnered with Kamek because for 125 years, they've been making sure that kids' feet are safe and comfortable year-round. They make these great footwear styles that are so cute and so perfect for everyday outdoors. Kamek has Canadian roots. They're from Canada. And so they understand the outdoors. And when we were talking about supporting those products that make you feel good, they are really committed to sustainability, which is more and more important to all of us with recyclable materials, cutting down their carbon footprint. So that's a great choice to make sure your kids are ready for the weather.
Hey, no worries. That works for our whole state. Yeah, we're broadcast all across the state, so the people of the north and Santa Fe might want to use those too. All right, where do we get, do you have another busy mom survival tip for us?
One thing I will say is to outsource. And a lot of moms are like, no, it's not my budget. I can't do that. But you know, even pulling back an hour or 2 of the month for yourself for more quality family time or me time is so important. And it can really help change your family dynamic, make you a healthier, happier person. So consider that. And by the way, if you feel guilty about doing it, it's not going to work. So you're going to have to get over that.
Colleen Burns, thanks for joining me this morning. Where can we go for more information and maybe even follow you on social media?
You get more information at Tips on TV. You can also go to my website, which is momontherun.net.
Thank you for joining me this morning, Colleen.
Thank you.
Did you know that over 1/3 of adults have avoided sports due to the fear of dental injuries? Well, it's kind of time to face those fears and get you back on the fields or the court or whatever your sporty aspirations might take you. So joining us today is Dr. Craig Hirschberg, the president of the American Association of Endodontists, who's here to shed some light on how to protect that $1 million smile while still enjoying your favorite sports. Welcome to the show, Dr. Hirschberg.
Thank you.
All right, what are your latest survey or reveal about like people's fears of sports-related mouth injuries?
We were a little surprised that about a third of the people surveyed were avoiding playing sports out of fear of having a tooth knocked out.
And what are your tips for like someone if they did get a tooth knocked out?
Well, if you've had a tooth knocked out, I mean, hopefully you know where to find it. If you've recovered the tooth, what you want to try to do is get that tooth back in the socket as soon as possible. So the person who sustained the injury or somebody assisting them can take that tooth and shake it free of debris, don't scrub it, and get that tooth placed right back in the socket where it came from. So understanding that sometimes that isn't possible, or it's beyond somebody's comfort level, then it's important to get to an endodontist, to a dentist, to an emergency room, seek some care and get it replaced as soon as possible. Now, if you can't get it back in the jaw as soon as possible, that tooth needs to be kept moist. The ideal thing would be to take that tooth and place it into a container of milk, and the colder the milk is, the better. And that would be a good material to transport the tooth in when you go to seek emergency care. So, and time is of the essence. You really want to get that tooth back in, less than an hour, under a half hour would even be better.
Can you explain the difference between an endodontist and a general dentist?
Well, an endodontist is a dentist who's had a minimum of 2 years of additional training, and that would be additional training in complex endodontic procedures. So a lot of that is root canal therapy. They've also had a lot of training in advanced pain control. And they also have a great deal of additional technology that you may not find in a general dentist's office. And it's a great resource in the event that you have a dental injury or if you're experiencing toothache pain.
Dr. Hirschberg, thanks for joining me. Where can we go for more information and learn more about us?
Well, good source of general information on the topic would be AAE.org. And there's an entire area on our website for patient information. Or in the event that an individual has sustained a dental trauma or has a toothache, findmyendodontist.com is a great resource. There's a database there that can enable people to refer themselves to an endodontist for advanced care.
Thank you again joining for you this morning, Dr. Hirschberg.
Thanks, Dan.
October isn't just about pumpkin spice. It's also about Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And today we're delving into a topic that helps kind of bring hope and healing. The Advanced Reconstructive Surgery Alliance, or ARSA, is holding its annual summit, gathering top-notch surgeons to explore groundbreaking technologies in breast reconstruction. Beyond aesthetics, these medical marvels are empowering survivors with improved emotional well-being, body image, and quality of life. And we got everything from 3D printing and how it's revolutionizing the field and the political landscape. Welcome to the show, Dr. Delacroce, to talk to us about it. Hello.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so why is this summit important, and what are your hopes of kind of addressing?
This is a gathering of biggest and best experts from all over the country in the field of plastic surgery. The goal is to share the innovations and advancements and things that we're doing individually in a larger context, so that those things can then be brought out into the communities all over the country to advance care for the people that we take care of.
So how do like 3D printing and other technologies improve the outcomes of breast reconstruction surgery?
Like anything, technology continues to carry us forward into better outcomes. 3D printing has served a role in the development of what we call scaffoldings that help us position and sculpt the breast, to shape it, to create some of that artistic component. Other technologies that have helped us deliver better outcomes and are really very exciting are those that allow us to integrate microsurgery into the reconstruction to produce breasts that are made of living natural tissue. And elevating that to the next level is the restoration of sensation in the breast itself after mastectomy. All of those things are very exciting technologies, and they're all live balls. They're advancing very rapidly. So it's a fun time to be in the field delivering what we deliver for people that need it.
So how can patients discuss with their doctors how to collaborate on the most suitable type of breast reconstruction for their specific case?
The best thing to do is empower yourself, to do your homework before you sit in for that consultation, or after the consultation to go back and do your homework. And the internet is a rich source of information. Our website at breastcenter.com has a ton of things that people can take into their own consultation in their own community and ask the right questions and make sure that the plan meshes with what they see as their opportunity for a best outcome.
And what are some of the recent innovations or breakthroughs in chronic pain techniques and breast reconstruction that have particularly excited you?
That goes to the next frontier in reconstructive breast surgery, and that's the neurosurgery of it. With respect to minimization of pain and all the things that can occur after a surgical intervention, we're becoming much more conscious of the value of delicate technique and microsurgical dissections, microsurgical reconstructions, and the reinnervation, the reconnection of the nerves and the protection of them, even in the initial mastectomy with nerve-sparing mastectomy, which we're presenting today, are all things that have helped dramatically and are very encouraging for what's going on in the future of reconstructive breast surgery.
So what role does insurance coverage play in a patient's ability to access more of that advanced breast reconstruction techniques?
By federal and state law, women are protected. And that goes for the most simple of reconstructive efforts to the most exotic and advanced versions. The protection of those options is afforded in the context of the choice of reconstruction being determined between the physician and the patient herself. And so once that care plan has been outlined, the insurance coverage then dovetails onto that farther.
So what can ARSA do to help, and where can people go and get more information?
What ARSA is doing today is a big help. A gathering together of the brightest minds and a unification of those efforts across the nation. That's exciting. It's new. For more information on it, arsahealth.com is our webpage and is a terrific resource to learn a bit.
Dr. Delacroix, thanks for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
And that's it for New Mexico Rising. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. If you want to follow us on social media, we're on Facebook and Instagram. If you want to be on the show, email newmexicorising@gmail.com. Until next week, that was New Mexico Rising.